Hello everyone, if this is your first time here, my name is WJ, and this is going to be my first installment of a Firearms Friday, the I'm Broken and Can't Bladesmith series. And let's start out with a little bit of firearms news in case you haven't heard lately. Russian ammo is being banned. Also, our Afghan allies, the Taliban, is now armed better than you here in America. Welcome to the new world. So I wanted to just give you guys a brief video, primarily concerning this blog about becoming a gun dealer slash gunsmith here in upstate New York. If you watched my prior video, you know that I've already taken care of getting my federal firearms license. It is complete. It is here. I have it. New York is a little different. For many of you, that may have been enough already for you to go ahead and start your business and go ahead and work on guns. Not so here. So I've been trying to read the laws as much as I can, the NFA, the SAFE Act, just general rules and regulations that particularly apply to upstate New York. And I think I got a handle on it now. I don't want to start any business just to be on the safe side until I'm fully licensed on both the federal level and the state level. In upstate New York, and I have to preface that because it very likely may be different when you're downstate. The different counties have different methods of having you obtain that license and different hoops you got to jump through. But the outcome is the same. The local chief law enforcement officer, sheriffs, handle this for New York State. They have to. You have to get a license if you're dealing in anything other than shotguns, rifles. If you have something that's, a handgun, anything that has to have a permit associated with it, you have to have the New York license. I'm not 100% sure, but everything I'm reading seems to indicate that if you are going to gunsmith on firearms in New York State, you got to have the New York State license. I could be wrong about that, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, because it appears when I've been reading the New York SAFE Act that when they're using the term gunsmithing in there, they are not specifying whether they're defining a firearm based on the federal definition or the state definition. And that could have a dramatic impact on whether you're going to get jammed up for working on firearms with only a federal firearms license. So I'm just going to play it safe and wait till all the licensing comes through. With that said, in my particular county, which shall remain unnamed at this time, they require 4 character references. I guess if you got to go through this process, having character references kind of makes sense. The part that seems a little over the top for me is the forms that they have to fill out also have to be notarized, as if somebody's going to be a fake reference for you somehow. I don't know. I'm not sure. It seems a little over the top to me, but what do I know? When I was getting my New York State pistol permit many years ago, that was not required, so that seems to be something new. Also, there are 2 fingerprint cards that need to be filled out in their entirety, and all 4 of your references have also got to sign both fingerprint cards, which I found that kind of odd since you already have all their information, notarized statements, all that on the other forms where they have to answer the questionnaire about you. 2 passport-sized pictures, which, that makes sense. Again, if you're going to go through this process. Now, I know they have the ones from my pistol permit, but hey, this is something separate. I get that. That's cool. The arrest disclosure I found to be rather interesting. It makes sense to me that they should run a criminal history on you because, if you're a felon, you're not supposed to have firearms. You certainly shouldn't be getting a gunsmithing license or a dealer in firearms license in New York. It seems like that gets taken care of at the federal level, but New York wants it even more detailed in the next step. Not only do you have to disclose anytime you've been arrested, but any encounter with the police that is beyond anything that got reported or that where you had handcuffs on were taken to the court, beyond traffic infractions. Now, for me, there was one awkward situation around 20 years ago. Totally got dropped, or rather dismissed. Wasn't really a thing. but I did have to put it on there. All right, they want your job history. Now, I found this particularly interesting because, yeah, okay, I guess, I don't know. They needed your job history so that they could find out if there was at any point in time you've been fired from a job and why. So maybe they just want to make sure you're not a angry person that's leaving on bad terms that might reflect poorly on your character. But they want to know why you left that job, and if you're fired, what was it over? They also want a copy of your federal firearms license. That just makes complete sense. If you're going to do this in New York, if you're going to have to go through these extra hoops, rings of fire, whatever, you might as well get a copy of your FFL in there to be sure that you got it. And they asked me for a copy also of the business that I'm, like some sort of business certificate, which there really wasn't a state one. I mean, I'm registered as an LLC. But I never got a certificate for that I can recall in the mail. But my local county, I did have to register there, and so I just made a copy of that, and I included that in the packet. So when it's all said and done, seems like in upstate New York, they want you to jump through rings of fire and maybe potentially perform an Irish jig for them. It seems excessive. Very excessive. With all that said, I just want to get to business. I mean, I started this process in February, and between getting proper approval from this upstate New York town, county, the federal paperwork that I had to do twice, yeah, this is a lengthy process. It's a good thing I have a full-time job, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to do this at all, because I'd be starving. But anyway, I'm looking forward to getting my licensing together and then starting business to be on the safe side, hopefully bringing you guys some more videos. What do y'all think? Does it seem overly complicated in New York? Do you think you want to move here someday? You want to participate in the level of liberty and freedoms that we have here in New York? Or does it seem a bit authoritarian? Please comment in the video. Like and subscribe, share the video. Maybe I can get a chance to grow this channel and some of the Second Amendment content I plan to bring forth. There are different videos other than just blogs coming up. I don't know when I'll get to them, but I'll probably do some ammo reviews, assuming I could find ammo. And I'll also probably show different guns that I'm working on and what types of work I might be doing here. So anyway, thanks for joining me. I'll check with you guys later. See ya.